Well, we are spending some time here at Stretch Zone in Johnson City. They opened their doors just over a year ago. We were here for that grand opening moment. Today, we're going to take you back inside, tell you how things are going, and maybe even do a stretch or two. I need a little stretching for a demonstration, of course. Let's go inside and check it out. All right, we are taking you back into the studio space now. We have Christy Dunn here with us. And Christy, thank you once again for having us out.
Glad to have you here.
Well, we were here when you guys opened your doors a little over a year ago. Such a cool space. What kind of a response have you guys gotten over the last year?
We've had a really great response. Johnson City's responded, and the whole Tri-Cities has responded really well to Stretch Zone. We have performed well, like among the franchise, you know, and so it's been a really great response.
Which is really one of the reasons I remember you telling me that you opened this place. You really fell in love with this concept.
Mm-hmm. Stretch Zone is the only provider of practitioner-assisted stretching in the Tri-Cities, and actually all the way, I think the closest one is in Greenville, South Carolina. So it's not even available in Asheville or Knoxville at this time. But what makes Stretch Zone unique in the assisted stretching space is we have patented equipment. You'll see the straps that are on our table here. That's used so that we can isolate and stabilize the muscles to really get a good deep stretch. And we can give you a better stretch than you can give yourself at home.
And I certainly noticed that, Christy, when I was able to come back here and really working some of those areas that I can't reach. It's amazing how good it feels when you can get that really good stretch.
Yeah, stretching is one of those things that everyone knows you should do it, but very few people actually take the time to stretch and to stretch properly to get the benefits from it.
And you mentioned stretch properly, and that's so important because the one thing you don't want to do when you're working on your stretches at home is injure yourself. And I feel like here you're in such good hands that you know, especially with the system that you're using, that sort of light stretch from that 3, 5, and 7 kind of technique.
Yeah, and all of our practitioners are trained. It's a nationally accredited program that they go through, and then beyond that, we start with people, you know, many of them have degrees in exercise science, or they've come to us with a personal training background, and so they really, really know and understand the body, and so they're just a great resource.
And of course, for me, we worked a lot on my lower body, which is where I think a lot of people really have that trouble. What kind of other areas do you guys address?
Well, we have a lot of people coming to us with lower back pain. That's very common. We work with people who have so anywhere from athletes, like young teenagers who are looking for a competitive advantage, all the way up to, we have clients in their 70s, 80s, and I think we even have a 90-year-old in our clientele right now. So it can be people who work on their feet, they stand all day, like, you know, nurses love it, but also people who have just sat at a desk for years. And so years of being sedentary, and then their bodies, so they have a lot of upper back pain as well as the lower from sitting.
And one of the things you said, you help a lot of people if they can kind of tell when they're bending down and getting up, they've got that pain that occurs a lot. So being able to really work through those, people really notice a big difference.
Yeah, we have some amazing testimonials of people who just feel like they've gotten their life back, you know, and whether it's people who, you know, we have a lot of golfers, you know, they love it because it helps with the rotation, which gives them a longer drive. And so they love it, but then also, you know, maybe it's just being able to get down on the floor and play with your children or grandchildren, and, you know, just to improve your quality of life. And it's like, we love that we can help people to live their lives better.
And I know you said that's why you brought it here. That's why you opened the doors to serve this area. And for someone that's not familiar, when you come in, you have that first consultation, which I think really is a nice overview.
Yeah, so the first consultation, it's a free consultation. It's an hour long. We really take the time to sit and have a conversation with you, find out, you know, have you had surgery on your shoulders? Do you have, you know, problem areas? Identify what your needs are, and then we'll go through a stretch, do a demonstration, and show you all the things that we can do for you, and then just kind of explain how our program works.
Well, I know I felt a big difference, and I can imagine too, coming back and having that recurring treatment would make a big difference.
Yeah, it's just like going to the gym. If you go one time, you're going to get sore, but you're not going to get fit. And so if you come and get stretched one time, you're going to feel great that day, but to get the benefits from it, it needs to be done consistently over time.
Well, certainly excited to spend some time here, Christy. Thank you so much for the introduction.
Yeah.
We're going to give everybody the information. Of course, it's right here in Johnson City. If you would like more, you can always check out their website as well, stretchzone.com.